Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening to you out there. Let's check over here and see where we're at. We're getting set up on, there we go, on Instagram. Good evening, Instagram. Uh, then we coming back over here. We're checking TikTok and YouTube. Look at us figuring it all out. We sitting outside, everybody, in Atlanta, Georgia this evening, here in East Point. Getting ready to do the Eddie and Ava show or the Ava and Eddie show.
Uh-oh.
So you got us. Ava's still working on getting us all connected across the World Wide Web. That if some of y'all remember, Al Gore takes credit for inventing the internet. So how are we doing over there? There we go. Look at us. Look at us.
We're definitely doing something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're raising money tonight to feed the homeless.
We're not.
We're not. Oh my God. I jest, y'all. There's just so much comedy, hilarity in just that.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know if some of y'all remember who was the comedian that was a Pentecostal preacher. And he didn't live long, but man, he came on the scene screaming and hollering. And what was his name? But he was a Pentecostal preacher, but he was so hilarious. He went on Johnny Carson and did that skit where he was singing Elvis, "Are you lonesome tonight?" He's, "Yes, I'm lonesome tonight because you did me wrong," you know. But anyhow, he would do the comedy about he's like these preachers showing these starving kids. Said, "Would you help us? Would you help us?" He said, "Go out from behind the camera and give them something to eat." So. Anyhow, everybody, coming to you this evening, sitting out on our little patio here in Jefferson Park in East Point, Georgia. Ava's determined to get us connected and out there because we need love offerings tonight, people. We just need love offerings. We need anything. Just reach down in the bottom of the pickle jar and just send us every nickel you got. It's funny, isn't it? I know, Heather. I was going to, and then your mama run off over there, and then Savannah's sick, and I don't want to go around none of that, and I don't. And then Ava's had me out here like a
careful,
like a person that's just determined to get sheetrock put up all weekend. So, but anyhow, hey, Miss Sherry, good evening. We're having some throat coat slippery tea this evening. We just got back from Home Depot and got through unloading some more sheetrock and boards. So y'all would not believe this, what I'm about to tell you.
What are you about to tell us?
But Ava is stronger than I am. Now, I used to pick up the refrigerator by myself and move it from one room to the other. But I don't know what's happened to my muscle tone. I can pick up, we had 5 gallons of sheetrock mud, and it's pretty heavy, probably 65 pounds or so. I said, I'm gonna tear my back up trying to lift this up. Ava picked that bucket of sheetrock mud up and walked across the backyard like she was carrying an Easter bonnet.
Well, you know what they say, bitches get shit done.
That's what she said. I'm like, look at you go. And that was her answer. Bitches get shit done.
They do.
So, but anyhow, good evening, everybody.
Buddy,
Boom Boom. No. Boom Boom's trying to get up
No.
here and be a part of the program, but he ain't paid his tithes lately, so we don't let them on the pulpit if they ain't caught up on their tithes. Yeah, Heather said, "Don't F with her." Yeah.
I'm an excellent marksman too.
So anyway, y'all, it's spring here in Atlanta. I know it's still just March the 8th or 9th. Hey, they set the time back tonight, too.
They do, don't forget.
They set the time back tonight. But it's spring here, and, I mean, we ain't even seen the yellow and green stuff. Hey, Miss Kathy, good evening.
Miss Kathy.
We ain't even seen the pollen icon. It's going to coat all the cars and windshields and windows and all. That's coming in the next few weeks or a couple of weeks.
Let's see.
But I'm already.
Hello, San Bruno? It's Ford.
Uh,
You're right. It is Ford. Jennifer Spears reminded us it's forward, not back. Spring forward, fall back.
Yeah, whatever all that means. That's he's speaking. She's speaking in tongues tonight. That's the Holy
You
Ghost.
spring the clock forward in spring.
Hey, Mississippi, Miss Sherry down there. Yeah, Mississippi, is it just me? But Mississippi seems like it's kind of, there's something kind of hot going on with Mississippi down there. You start to
Hello,
hear people
Harvey.
talk about it. Uh, the town of Laurel now's a cadoodle with the hometown show, and I've seen other people on talk shows, Colbert talking about their homes in Mississippi. I don't know. I tell you what, though, my daughter Heather's on the uh, Facebook Live here. My daughter Jill found a red standard poodle in Mississippi in Biloxi. So I said, well, let's just make a weekend trip. We'll go down to Biloxi for the weekend. Me and Heather, honest to God, true story, me and Heather and Jill. So she bought the puppy, but it was a dog breeder situation. It just wasn't really good. But anyhow, she bought the puppy. But anyhow, my daughter Heather had some weed. And she said, here, Daddy, smoke some of this weed. And I don't smoke weed, rarely ever, haven't in a long time. And I smoked some weed and I got up. They had a little desk and a chair at the desk. I got up and I went over there. It wasn't a rundown hotel, but it wasn't a Marriott or nothing like that. And I took that little chair and wedged it up against the door. And Heather's like, what are you doing? I said, these people will break in on you down here in Mississippi. I'm protecting this door. But what I done got paranoid smoking that weed. And then, honest, before we got on that same trip, it was torrential rains. We was driving back the next day. We got on the expressway leaving Mississippi, driving through Alabama, and I started getting hungry, and I seen a Philly cheesesteak sign on the exit, and I said, I want me a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. So we got off, and I'm so disoriented with travel, with which way you go right, which way you go left. And I got off and got me a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, got back on the expressway going back to Biloxi, and didn't realize it until I had driven over 100 miles back to Biloxi, all the time telling my two daughters, well, I thought I saw that building coming up here. And after about 5 or 6 times, my daughter Jill said, Daddy, you're going the wrong way. We done been driving for over an hour going the wrong way back to Biloxi.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I put a dresser up against the door.
We're drinking
Slippery Elm.
Slippery Elm.
Throat coat tea. It's really delicious. We sitting outside, everybody, in Atlanta this evening.
Hello, Tim C. Hello.
It's beautiful. It's just been such a beautiful weekend.
It has been.
I seen a few minutes ago where our buddies Jim and Ken, they're down in Panama City at Captain Anderson's.
Hey, Miss Danielle. Hello, Red.
Enjoying dinner. Oh, I'm just so happy they got to get away for a few days. Panama City to me is just like restoration time.
It is.
I just love going down to Panama City. I know people like, yeah, it's the redneck Riviera and it's this, and a bunch of Trumpers live down there and blah, 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 all that. But there's something about it. It just kind of restores me for a few days to get down there. Hey, Mr. Henry, good evening to you.
Hello,
yeah, you're welcome, Henry. Henry Harris is over on Facebook, y'all. He's out with his 3rd book. And if you follow me over on my Facebook page, I posted a picture of Ava and I. We haven't read it yet, but I will read it. I love to read. Why are they restricting? That's weird. Oh, I don't think, maybe on TikTok you can't advertise stuff. I don't know. It's just weird. But we're still live over on TikTok.
We have found joy.
Yeah. Oh, that's me down at the bottom right here. Hey, TikTok. I ain't seen y'all in a week because I've been in jail. Y'all.
He's been TikTok banished.
I've been in TikTok jail for the last 7 days because I didn't understand that with TikTok, you can say the word trash. And you can also, in sentences, say the word white.
This is a white cup.
A white cup, but you can't say them 2 words together.
Oh, no.
Or they don't like it. They don't like it, hon. So, but TikTok is really a weird Chinese-owned program anyway.
They'll flag you for saying anything these days.
The thing, yeah. But you could, but I see people on here talking about, on TikTok about. Well, anyway, let's don't get me banned.
It's because you're so visible and so democratic.
Yeah.
Sherry, they will shut you down.
They will shut you down. I think if I ever want to get banned from TikTok permanently, I think I'd just strip all my clothes off and just get butt naked and go live right on TikTok and say, now ban me, would you? I'll probably pick up a few followers. They're like, Paul, put your clothes back on.
I agree, Miss Debbie. Bless her.
Yeah. Yeah, but take Facebook's kind of pretty easy. I've never been in Facebook jail, and Instagram, I've never been in Instagram jail. But TikTok has a lot of MAGA people on it that like to complain, and that's what gets you put. Dude, if you're just on there doing stuff, don't nobody complain. They don't care. But the first time somebody, there he said that word, I'm gonna get him banned. It'll just be y'all. Do y'all realize when I was a part of the Harris campaign that if you look on the Google.
Miss Danielle said they made her TikTok live go down once because she had a strapless bathing suit on.
Yeah.
They don't like
I thought you was going to say a strap with something else on. I'm like, well, hun, they would take you down if you did that. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there.
She said she's a Facebook jail veteran.
Yeah. When I was part of the Harris campaign, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. If you go on these Google, you Google businesses. I had thousands of MAGA people went on and left bad reviews for A1 Blueprint. Said, this company sucks. This company's no good. Our orders were screwed up and this and that. Just hundreds and hundreds of MAGA. And they live in Michigan and Ohio. They just putting bad reviews on A1 Blueprint. Shows you how childish a lot of the MAGA people are, doesn't it? It's just kind of weird, isn't it? I just thought, well, that's a bunch of bullshit, but it's just kind of silly to me. I never did care about them anyway, the reviews and stuff. Yeah, they're odd. So anyhow, y'all, we sitting outside in our little backyard here in East Point. The two dogs are out here laying around.
They're right there.
I think I want to. I've been hearing. I was telling Ava when we was having dinner. I've been hearing about Sterling Brown's show Paradise. That maybe we'll watch an episode of that. I want to find a good series to watch. It's been a while since I've been binge. What did we binge watch? It was like 5 or 6 episodes here a week or two ago. What's so good? I can't remember nothing we've watched.
And the problem is, I ain't got no memory either. I don't know. Honestly, you watched that cop show?
Yeah, no, this was a series.
What was it about?
If I tell you, you'd be like, yeah, we did watch that. Y'all, I'm honest, before God, me and Ava living together, it's like two people with full-blown Alzheimer's just talking to each other, can't remember shit. Can't remember
anything. I keep trying to tell Eddie I'm a 78-year-old woman.
Yeah, it's like two people like we could be a comedy skit on the road.
No, but what was it about?
Yeah, I'm trying
to remember.
I'm trying to. When I say it, you'll remember it because I'm like, well, that was
Danielle. I do the same thing. I'm known in meetings like if I stop talking, that means I've forgotten.
Hey, y'all! I posted this morning. Yesterday, I walked all over the backyard back here. I'm like, I laid my measuring tape down somewhere, and I looked in the garden house. Then I walked over to Ava's studio. I said, I know I had that, and I just happened to notice it was in my hand the whole time I was out there walking around trying to find it. When you do that, you think, my God, am I getting dementia? What's going on with me? But then the other people are like, yeah, this is part of getting older, The name of the tea is Throat Coat. That's the brand. And then they get different types of tea under the Throat Coat brand. And this one, I've tried several of them. They got echinacea and all like that and lemon balm. But, boy, the slippery M.
It's delicious. It's got a sweetness to it.
It's a slippery M. You don't need to add honey or sugar or nothing. It's just so delicious. And if you read about it or TikTok, and Google Throat Coat Slippery M tea, and it tells you all the medicinal purpose it kind of puts in your body also. So anyhow, good evening, TikTok. Good evening, Instagram. Good evening, YouTube.
What's going on in y'all's part of the world?
Yeah. We're coming to you. I've kind of been tuned out of politics You need some marijuana in that tea. Yeah.
I can't do edibles.
Hey, y'all, I'll tell y'all something else. Back in my 40s, I did with Sammy and John. I don't know if I'd say this, I might get banned on TikTok. I bought one of them. Sammy worked for a lighting company, and he got me one of them halogen powerful lights. We was growing weed in my house
That
in
is
Grant
going
Park.
around. Eddie's granddaughter has something right now.
Yeah, yeah. But anyhow, John came over to my house one time and he baked some brownies, and I guess he put too much weed in them. And I ate a couple of them. And later that night, I got so paranoid, I called 911 and called the police out to myself and said somebody was breaking in on me at my house. And then when they was on the way, I knew I'd done something crazy. And then I'm like, I'm going to jail. I'm just going to go to jail. I ain't going to tell. I'm just be honest with them. I'll just go to jail. So then I had remembered my neighbors
goodness.
next door was a lesbian couple, and they had asked me to keep an eye on their house because they had to fly out to LA for a few days. So about 11 o'clock at night, the police was flashlights knocking on my door. And I told them, they said, you said somebody's breaking in on you? I said, no, I didn't say that. They might have misunderstood me. I'm watching my neighbor's house, and I saw somebody looking in their window over there, and I wanted y'all to check on their house. It's hell being high and trying to act like you're not high when you're sitting there high.
I've never been the paranoid type when I get high.
I don't know. I get paranoid
sleepy
with some
and
weed.
tired and giggly. That's actually when jelly bean season for me came from. My friends and I would get high, and I found all the jelly beans one year, and so I just poured them in a big bowl while I was high and ate them with a wooden spoon, and that's how jelly bean season started.
Yeah. Me and my friend Sammy. Now, John wasn't a laugher. John was more of a serious person.
I was a giggler.
John wasn't a laugher. And me and Sammy would get on John's nerves because me and Sammy get stoned, or either we do mushrooms sometimes. And oh my God, we would giggle. We would get to giggling so hard we'd almost pee on ourselves. We just giggle and giggle and giggle. And then we head right over to Ponce de Leon and get us some hot donuts from Krispy Kreme. And we'd be like, you'd think we'd traveled across the Serengeti with just famine in the land. We was eating them hot donuts and get a carton of milk to go with them. Yeah. I would get a little paranoid. I ain't smoked no weed in a while though. I mean, I could, if I'm around somebody they want me to hit a toke, I can, but it don't really do a whole lot for me no more.
I can't because of my lungs anymore. Like anything smoked just irritates it.
If I was, y'all remember when Dionne Warwick got arrested in Miami airport down there, and they arrested her with a thing of weed in her pocketbook. She said, it's for my glaucoma. It's for my glaucoma. Can y'all believe that Dionne Warwick is still out here singing at 85 or 90 years old?
Good for her.
Yeah, but man, it's bad. It's bad. If you see the clips on TikTok of her on stage, she's forgetting stuff. She can't. She's out of tune. And Gladys Knight, now she's good. But she's like 80, 85, but she can still hold it. Dionne. And then I seen where Frankie Valli of the Four Seasons, 90 years old, and he looked like a skeleton on stage here in Atlanta. He said, Sherry, and they just prop him up. He's 90 years old just to try to make money, and it sounded awful. Just sounded awful. So,
no sound.
Who's saying no sound?
Renee on there.
Can't hear you. What's going on? Hello. It's not even him singing, he's lip singing. Yeah. It's just weird. It looks creepy, doesn't it, to see a 90-year-old person.
Everybody does want money.
Yeah, and I guess they're just
hear.
Huh?
Now they say they can't hear us on TikTok.
Yeah, have they done?
Where's your earpiece?
In the case. I don't have it.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all. Heather says she hears us. I hear you. Okay. All right, then. So anyhow, but I just noticed stuff like that because when you flip through TikTok, you just run across all kind of things. I'm like, Miss Dionne, we love you. And I do know the way to San Jose, but Granny, you ain't got it no more. You need to ease up. And I think most of that's their children doing it, trying to keep that meal ticket coming or so. I don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, y'all, I have a free Sunday morning because I typically on Sunday mornings go over to Jim Swilley's place at the Atlanta Art Theater for his gathering at 11 o'clock on. But him and Ken, they done backslid and run off down to Panama City.
They deserve a break.
They do deserve a break. We're praying for them that they'd kind of come to the light and get back in the fold, though.
Love you too, Miss Jolie.
Yeah, love y'all. So we think we're going to go and find us something to watch on
Do
TV.
we have a vacation planned?
Do we?
I don't think
You
we
know what
do.
we were talking about the last few days, at least, Ava, was maybe doing a cruise. I seen
It's been
where
years since we've been on a cruise, just the two
I'd
of
like to do a
us.
cruise again. It's been a long time. We went down to Roatan.
Oh my God, I fell in love with
Roatan and Cape Cana, not Cape Canaveral. Cayman Islands,
Yeah.
Belize. I mean, it was just
Cozumel.
Cozumel.
One of those cities.
I saw where our friend Lisa, if she runs across this from Boonville, Mississippi, I seen a picture of her and her daughter in Fort Lauderdale today, and evidently they're going somewhere, probably a cruise, being that they're in Fort Lauderdale.
Danielle said they had one plan but changed their mind just because don't know what's going to happen. I kind of feel that same way about leaving the country right now, where it's just, there's all these reports of them not letting some citizens
I
back
love
in.
Savannah.
So,
Renee.
but I want to travel. I love traveling.
No, boom. Yeah, I want to do a cruise, and
it was so blue. It was so blue. Yeah, I know that's a lot of people's concern right now. Traveling it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
It is absolutely crazy.
And I had mentioned this to Ava also. In September of this year, I turned 70, which is freaky. It's just weird, freaky that I've lived 70 years. But
I'll be 40.
So I told Ava for her 40th and my 70th, it'd be good if maybe we could go to Paris to celebrate.
That's my happy place.
And
that
it would be fall, and maybe stay 2 or 3 weeks in Paris. It would be fun. It would be so fun. I love Paris.
It is a blessing. It really is.
Yeah. Yes.
If you ever get the chance, please visit Paris. And if you need someone to tell you where to go and what to see, just come to me. I love
Yeah,
Paris.
I promised my granddaughter, Savannah, she's 13 now, that I'd take her to Paris. So it's a 10-hour flight. But you just get on the plane and you just say, Jesus, I'm coming if we don't make it.
I tell you what's bad is going through customs. Customs is an experience all into itself.
Yeah.
Italy is good too.
I've never been to Italy.
Italy is so good.
But I'd like to go back to London again, and I loved Amsterdam. Amsterdam's quaint and a little. Vienna was pretty too.
I loved Vienna.
Yeah.
I know I keep saying I love a lot, but
I think Ava just loves Europe.
I do.
Europe has a storied history too. Hitler. It has a storied history.
No, I love the architecture. I love how it's so walkable. The trains, I love riding by train.
And it's
anywhere.
so, even the flights, like if you're flying from Paris to Vienna, you can get a flight for like $40. I mean, it's cheap. You can just hop and skip from city to city. Yeah, we did. So anyway, everybody, good evening. Coming to you, sitting outside this evening in Jefferson Park, East Point, Georgia. The one, the only, fabulous Ava Davis. I posted a little clip where the people over at Folk Art, we went by there after Metron last Sunday and ate some brunch. And the guy, Ava knows his name, he's like, can I take a picture of y'all? So I'm like, yeah. So they took our picture at Folk Art, and then they posted Atlanta, one of Atlanta's power couples that knows how to make an interest. And I'm like, look at me, trying to be all reclusive and not go out with Ava. And then people are going to take my picture when I go out.
He loves it.
Yeah, I do love it. And then I reposted it. Like, look at me. So,
if you are in the Atlanta area, then not tomorrow, but the following week, Out on Film, we have a little mini fest, and we have some great films that are lined up. I wish I could remember any of them, except for the first one, the premiere night, The Wedding Banquet, a remake featuring Bowen Yang is his name, I believe. The new one from Wicked, and also SNL. Some other great films. Check out outonfilm.org, all that.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to finish this tea, and I'm going to go find me something on Netflix.
It's been a long day. I'm very
and
tired.
This pollen I got up this morning, took a spoonful of honey. Man, I can feel this pollen all in my system. you know, and so um, yeah, so yeah, you just feel it too. I do a neti pod. Some of you people know what neti pods is, where you rinse your nose out.
You enjoy your evening too.
So we're gonna get out of here. Love y'all. See y'all in the morning.
Until next time.